Hello, everyone. It has been a while, and I'm here. I'm back on YouTube with a whole new focus for this space and for my channel. And I wanted to share a little bit about that process and some of the things that have been going on behind the scenes to help me kind of lean into more of this slower, more intentional, more creative life and business that I'm creating for myself, because I'm really in that headspace right now. And I'm really looking at ways that I can be more connected to what I want and the type of content I want to create and the type of business that I want to have and the kind of life that I want to create for myself. I'm leaning into that so much more. And if you've been following me for a while over on Instagram or through my newsletter, which I used to send out weekly, I've been away for a while. I've had to take a pretty significant break. And if you've been following me on Instagram, then you'll know that I'm also an unschooling mom of 2 kids. And I've always been drawn more to the unconventional way of doing things. If everybody is like going this way, I just naturally want to go this way. And it's no different with my business. It's no different with my content. And what I'm noticing a lot now is I'm burnt out, and I was feeling very burnt out, and I was feeling way too influenced when I was on social media all the time. So I've really taken a step back from being on Instagram, from, showing up there and seeing what everybody is up to. I've really taken a step back. I don't subscribe to that many email newsletters. I still enjoy reading really inspiring, resonant emails, but I don't subscribe to very many. I'm really conscious of who I allow into my personal space to make sure that I am really staying connected to what it is that feels good and right and true for me. My business has taken a back seat, but what I've noticed is that when I've been showing up, I'm highly influenced by the people around me and the people that I see, the content that I'm consuming. I've had this significant break, and the beautiful thing, if you're able to do this and give yourself this gift of just taking a step back, if you're in a space in your business where you're really confused about what it is you're doing and you're feeling disconnected from the work, you're feeling disconnected from the business and all of the aspects that go along to marketing it and getting your work seen by the right people, then one of the greatest gifts I think that you can give yourself is the gift of just being able to pause and to really slow down and take a step back. Maybe it doesn't mean taking a 6-month hiatus from client work or business, social media and connecting online or any of those things. Maybe you're not in a position to be able to do that. But how can you find ways to really either lighten the load of the projects you have, lighten the load of the marketing you're doing, lighten the load of the content you're doing so that you do have a little more space in your schedule to really reflect and to think about what it is that really feels true and resonant for you. What I have noticed is I am really tired of short form content. I'm really tired of retention editing style content. I've noticed that I don't even have the attention span or the ability to sit down and watch like a Netflix movie anymore. My brain cannot tune in on something for longer than a few minutes, it seems. This is a major problem for me, and that is not something that I want to be contributing to in the world. That's not where I want to be focusing my energy. So I'm somebody who really prefers to consume and also someone who would rather create long form content. I like to read Substack articles. I like to read emails that come into my inbox as long as they are resonant for me and they are applicable to my life and they inspire me in some way, or they help me work through something that is relevant in my life right now. This break has also allowed me to realize that I love content creation. I'll be putting more energy into content creation and taking a step back from done for you client work, which is what I've been doing, creating Canva templates for people. One of the last projects that I worked on was creating document templates in Google for clients to use when they have email opt-ins or when they have e-course materials, designing and creating those for clients. Even though I immensely enjoy that work, it's not where my true passion and calling and where my soul is really feeling pulled. So my true passion and calling is really around content creation. And eventually I want that to lead into more teaching opportunities with other creatives, other business owners, collaborations with people, and creating more of my own courses, because that's where I also feel really connected and pulled. The biggest thing for me is about having a deep connection with my audience and being able to connect on a more personal level and in a more personal way. I know a lot of people who are killing it on Instagram, and I know people who are killing it there and are also very true to who they are and very authentic. They're not doing reels that feel like something that's draining them or feeling like, it's not a real reflection of who they are. They're just doing it because they think that's what they need to do for marketing. But right now, the space that I'm in, I'm really feeling called to be more online on video, even though I don't like having my face on video. It's something that I'm working through, but I'm feeling called to that whole process. I love editing video. I really love the process of things. So in terms of like the future of this channel, one thing that I've really learned is that I can be slow. I can be intentional. I can take my time. And even though it's hard to know in this kind of fast-paced world of social media, online marketing, this retention editing style of content, how can I compete with that and really stand out? I know that by doing the opposite of what everybody else is doing, that will help me connect with the right people, the people that I truly want to serve and to really resonate with. And part of this process is really allowing myself to just be who I am online in this space, not worried about who likes it, who thinks it's boring or slow, and just really sticking to my own values and really standing in my own, the truth and authenticity of like who I am. So in terms of the future of this channel, a lot of it really is centered around, there will be practical things in terms of like learning, because I have a lot of knowledge with Canva and I want to be sharing that knowledge because I actually really enjoy teaching on that platform. But a lot of it will be around hopefully inspiring you to slow down and focus more on your work and your life in a very intentional and meaningful way, without being influenced by all of the noise, because there is so much noise and there are so many people who are growing their business very quickly because they can exist in a space that's very loud. But when you're the quieter, more introverted, more sensitive type, it's very easy to feel like you don't have a place in this space. So what I hope to do is to be able to share that with you, to grow this channel, to grow on YouTube, to be able to grow in my podcast and the content that I create, and to show you that it is possible to be able to have a business by not burning yourself out and being true to who you are. I don't know all of the ins and outs of exactly what will be on this channel. I'm kind of just allowing it to flourish and to be able to grow in a very organic way. What I hope to be able to do is really share behind the scenes in my process for content creation, to be able to share more of my slower, more intentional life. A lot of that includes very intentional, slow journaling processes. It includes art making. It includes being creative in my marketing. It includes creating depth in your content to really be able to speak and connect to the right people. I have so much to share as a former freelance copywriter and even designer, working with clients, designing their graphics and websites and things. But I want to be able to share it in a way that takes the hustle mentality out of it and allows you to just be who you are and share from a space that is very intentional and very meaningful and very purposeful for you and for your business. I just want to say thank you if you're still here. And if you're new here, I really hope that If this resonates with you, you choose to stick around. So if that's you, please feel free to drop a comment below and let me know where you're at in your business, where you are in the world, what your business is about, what are some of your biggest struggles. And if you want to stay connected other ways, you can subscribe to this channel, or you can sign up to my email newsletter list that is on my website, and I'll drop a link below for you to check that out. Thank you so much for being here, and I really wish you well on this journey of creating a beautiful, inspirational, authentic, intentional, creative life.